Hey ladies, it's Fiona May. Super excited. I've got my beautiful client Rachel here, who's just graduated from the Shine program. So well done, Rachel.
Thank you, Fiona. Thank you.
So where were you, a couple of months ago on your journey?
It was, well, I did the June in Sydney, 3 days. I separated in Christmas Eve last year, and I was stuck and I didn't know. And I was watching people around myself, and I thought, I'm going to become a very bitter, cranky lady. And I don't want that in my life. What was done to me, at the time, I thought, well, how could someone do this to me without realizing it takes two people to do it? Although what he did was worse, but still took two of us not to understand each other. And I kept seeing the ads pop up and thought, I need to do something. And it was just constant coming up in front of me. I thought, I've got to do this. So I did it. And it was the best thing that I did, that I realized I don't need to be bitter and angry. I need to build my life and move on and find myself, which after I don't think I ever really did, because I was dictated to as a child. Then you go to work, then you're married, then you're a mother and a wife. And now, like, what do I want to do with my life now? So yeah, so definitely from June till now, took me a bit longer than some to do the course, but you know, definitely an improvement.
We just go on autopilot, isn't it? From what we
Yeah.
learned, little girl, and even though we're big girls now, we're still walking in our little girl shoes.
Well, I was the eldest of 10 children, and I didn't even think that what my childhood was had affected me. I was just always the person that everyone rang, talked to, called, had to do everything, was a second mother. And I didn't actually realize it till I thought, I just think, I didn't have anything wrong with my childhood. And I'm like, oh, actually, now you're looking at it that way. It's yeah, it dictated who I am. I mean, it's who I am. I can't change that, but I need to know, will I do it now? No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not organizing things. There was a big dinner last night. I'd had lunch with half of them, and they said, come to dinner. And I went, no, I actually need to go home and stop, and I just need to, no, I can't. Thank you, but no. So I'm doing it now, learning to put my boundaries up just with family and friends. Like, no, if it doesn't suit me, I say no nicely and don't have to explain it.
Oh, it's so good. I mean,
Mm.
such a valuable skill to be learning at this, at this age. Because,
Yeah.
I truly believe this is a great time of our life that we do have the opportunity to reset. And
Yeah,
so,
no, I've just, it's been overwhelming. I was like, when I actually finished the course, I was so sick and I thought, I've just got to finish it. Then went away for 3 weeks and I just came back last week. And that time I settled on my brand new house, put this one on the market and sold it within 5 days. So all that's happened in a week. And I'm just thinking, I've got to move in 4 weeks. Oh my goodness. My daughter's just come back from the UK after 3 years, and she's trying to adjust to being home without the family unit anymore. The ex actually is here for a couple of days because he's going away again to his life in Portugal, and he's here to try to get his stuff out of the house. And it's just like, but I go, took my boundaries up like you told me. He's going through feelings. It's hard for him too. Remember that. And I'm trying my hardest
yeah.
to cope at the moment. But it's overwhelming. But I know that in another week or two, I'll have my new house, my new home, and that's a huge, big step. And the kids both love it, so I'm really happy. So
Excellent. I love it.
kind of really big circle. This time last year, I wouldn't have known I was doing all this, and I could do it by myself. That's the big thing.
Yeah, exactly. You've got tools and skills that you've learned that you can now, use every day in your life, and
Yeah,
it helps
and
you become a better person, doesn't it?
it's just you're capable of a lot more than you thought you could, or you were told that you weren't capable, and you can. And I've got incredible support. I rocked up the new house this morning. The builder was there, the electrician was there, the plumber was there, the painter was there. And they said, "We're here. What do you want us to do?" And I just went, I just couldn't believe the external support that I'm getting too. That's just amazing that these guys just dropped everything to help me because they know I've got 4 weeks to do it all. And it's just it was overwhelming to think, wow, I'm not having any support for so long and doing everything myself. But if you ask, there are people that will help you.
Absolutely. That
Yeah.
really wanted, teach the girls that, the world will support us if we manifest what we want, but we can't just manifest, we've got to take action. That's exactly what you've done. So well done.
Thank you. And it's also the thing about friends changing in your environment. I'm finding that's happening, which is really surprising me. Friends of like 35 years who just don't want to know, oh, you're getting divorced. We don't cope with that sort of thing. And I'm thinking, wow, but we were really good friends, but I think I can't take in their negativity. And I said, I'm fine. I'm doing my own life. You can fit in with my new life or you don't. And I remember what you and Sandra were saying about friends. You had to reassess a lot of friend groups, and that's actually hard, extremely hard in a way, harder than a marriage in a way. That people who you thought were supporting you suddenly realize, I've been doing it all. You didn't support me, and it's actually quite an eye opener. And everyone goes, oh, you've been friends for so long, make up, go and have coffee. I went, no, I haven't got time. I haven't got the energy. I don't want to do that. I need to focus on myself and the positiveness I can get out of life, not the negative. So you've actually taught me to be a lot stronger in with the ex, with past friends, and just, yes, I can do anything I need to do or want to do. And I've really proved it in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, good girl. Excellent. So, what sort of things have you tried in the past, Rachael, that didn't work for you?
I think I was just mainly in denial. Like, I think we were married for 33 years, and I just thought it was just the narcissist of him was my fault. I wasn't good enough. And I tried everything I could to do it. I just thought that was just my lot. A few people I'd gone to counselling, well, they were pretty bad. Well, you married him, it's your lot, put up with it, learn to make a best of it. And I did till I just couldn't take what he was doing any longer, and he wanted something different too. And I refused to live a double life. He couldn't understand why he couldn't travel for 6 months a year, then come back to me for 6 months a year. And I said, well, I'm not that sort of female. I don't want to share you, and I'd rather not have you. And he thought I would, because I've always done what he's asked me to do. And
Something delusional about these midlife men when they're having midlife crises. My husband couldn't understand as well. He thought that he could go to Thailand with his girlfriend, and then he could come back to his family, and we should just all be okay with that. And he couldn't understand why I wasn't okay with that. And I was like, yeah, no, thanks for the offer, but yeah, no, I'll just you life.
Yeah, all the other things like, the Tinder. Oh, I just want to meet people for a coffee. Like, yeah, really? Oh, okay. I'd rather be by myself. And you try to get help from a few counsellors, and they won't really help. Well, what do you think you should do? And I'm going, I don't know. That's why I'm coming to you. If I knew what to do, I would have left. I would never have married him, or I would have left years and years ago. But I thought I was doing the right thing and staying. And I know detrimentally for the kids, it probably wasn't the right thing to do. I mean, my daughter's 30, my son's now 23. And he said to me the other day, thank you for staying. I know you weren't happy, but for me, it's much easier for me as an adult. So that made me feel better that I didn't waste their time. But I think the 30-year-old's having a harder time coping than I actually realised now that she's back in Australia. And so she's just got to get used to it. And I just put up with it. So it was only until I got your course that I realised I'm capable. I can do things, and that took you guys to teach me that. You ladies to teach me that. Sorry.
Happy being guys.
Yeah, I know, but it just nothing could help, and I just got more miserable and more miserable, and I think I was a shell of a person, and everyone who knows me well knows you're such a different person now. You're happy, you stand up for yourself, and you're enjoying life, and it's still hard. It's hard being by yourself after having someone for 33 years next to you. But I'm just trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, but it's also peaceful, and it's also calming when you know that it doesn't matter what life throws at you. You now do have the tools and the skills to navigate through anything. You do believe
calmness. That's a great word, because I'm not at eggshells every night. What's going to walk in the door? Is it going to be in a good mood? Like he said the other day, just half an hour ago, and I said, can I ask you about such and such? He just screamed at me. And I said, I asked you nicely, can you talk back to me nicely? Oh, I'm under pressure. I said, well, so am I. Can we talk politely for the children's sake? We have to get along for the rest of our lives together. Can we communicate nicely to each other? And he goes, oh, you're okay. But, he's still not capable. He gets really angry still. And I've got to step back and bite my tongue. A few times I can't.
not accepting it is going to put a healthy boundary in place, and he's going to learn that as long as you follow through with your boundaries, like I showed you, he's going to learn that if he wants to speak to you, he has to be respectful. And we do train people, Rachel, to how to treat us. For years, he's treated you like a doormat, and now you've changed the rules, so it's going to take him a little bit to catch up.
Yeah, no, I remember you saying that before, so I try to keep it at the back of my head. He goes, "You're different now," and I went, "Well, yes, I am. I had to change. I couldn't be what I was." And it's like, "Why'd you buy a nice big house for?" It's not. I mean, it's big, but it's not that big. I said, "Because I've got 2 children that need a home. I can't. They need a family home to come to. You can't provide it to them. I have to. I'm their mother. I want them there forever. They can always feel that they've got someone to come home to or come back to." So I said it's important for them to have some stability, and it's important for me to offer it to them. So I'm lucky that I could afford to get a nice home and do it.
Good girl. It's a pathway. So what's your future look like now compared to what it was looking like just, 4 or 5 months ago?
So much better. I mean, yes. I mean, occasionally I have the off days, but then I snap myself out of them. It's amazing that snap out of it, you can do it. It actually works. No, you're not going to be in a bad mood. No, get up and do it. Don't lay in bed. Get up and do it. And I know it's up to me to make my future. I know I can't make anybody else happy. I can only make myself happy. I can make the environment for my children as happy as I can, but they're still responsible for themselves. And if I have the stability for them, then they'll be comfortable in it. And I can do whatever I need to do to make myself happy and move forward.
Yeah, good girl. So proud of you.
Thank you. It's been hard, but it's been incredible too. I mean, the best thing I ever did was your course. It really was. That's why I signed back up for the next bit. But I was away for 3 weeks. So I thought, well, I won't point and do it now, but I need to get these couple of weeks over, then sit back down and get back. And I want to go back to doing 8 and 9 again, where I was sick doing it, just to keep refreshing it in my head.
Good girl. That's what we want. That's why I set it up the way that I did. So you've got the whole year. You can go over as many times as you want. And that really cements your learning. So well done, sweetheart. I'm very proud of you. You're a graduate now. One of our
I passed something. Makes the other chiefs made it. Everyone comments how great it is.
Yeah.
Like the difference. And that's just it. But it's just teaching your mind that, no. Because I'm sure I would have been one of those cranky old ladies that just would have snarled at everybody. Yeah. And you can see that, and they're like that 5 years later, 20 years later.
Yeah, and it's such a waste. Like, I just don't understand why women waste their lives being bitter over something that happened when they have the opportunity to spend 3 months doing their healing work and changing their friggin' future for the next 20, 30, 40 years.
I laugh. The first thing I did when I got the house to myself, the new house, I put the music on full blast and danced around the kitchen. But yeah, it's my house now. I feel comfortable dancing, just a little bit. No, this is me. I've christened my kitchen with a bottle of champagne. I went, this is perfect. That's it. You can go, you just got to tell yourself you can do it. And it's amazing. But it's having that guidance from you guys, you ladies, to actually teach us how to do it is amazing. And I still keep in touch with some of the ladies, and we contact each other as often and say, "You're amazing. No, you're amazing." And we do this, and I'm looking forward to going to the next group to meet more people.
Excellent. Looking forward.
Just need that connection. I think keeping that bond together, just when you're feeling a bit lower, you read something, everyone supports each other beautifully. And I love it on the Facebook that we can comment to each other and stuff, and it makes a huge difference.
Good girl. Well, onwards and upwards. All we want for you is that you have amazing lives.
I hope so. I think I've got the tools and keep going. Yeah, I hope. Well, I'm going to.
Okay, excellent.
And I don't care if I'm by myself because I'm enjoying it. And if something happens, it happens. But I'm not right this stage. No, I need to work on me still.
Yeah, you're exactly where you're meant to be. It's a preparation. Shine is a preparation for love course. It's not a dating course. We just want you to heal. We want you to become strong, independent, solid in yourself, trust yourself, build your confidence, and go out and start having a new life as a single woman. And I tell you, it's a lot of fun.
It is. No, I'm enjoying it. I can travel. I've traveled the world by myself this year, and I enjoyed it. I embraced it.
Yeah.
And I love saying no.
And, you know, our kids have different relationships with their dads when we heal. And, you know, when we take our pain and we have processed it and we become neutral with it, then our kids are allowed to have a relationship with their dad. However, they work that out. But
I'm trying that. That's the hard bit. It still takes a lot of work. It's still very raw for them. My son goes, I love him, but it's a dick. Like, okay.
And that's what my kids said for a long time, you know, and they, you know, but they got to understand he is who he is. He's doing what he's doing, and we don't need to judge. You know, just half of our kids is made up of their mum and half's made up of their dad. Us being horrible about their dad is like being horrible to them. So when you look at it
my daughter said, do you hate me because I'm half a dad? And I went, no. And that broke my heart. She's 30. I was like, how could you even think that? I said, you're you. We're not. No. I've never even thought that. So, you know, that's what worries me about her. But she'll come to terms as she settles in here, I hope.
You know, some healing and growth work, and you being the role model is what's her, and then hopefully she'll go on her own journey to develop a personality. And you know, that's what we want as mums, is our kids to become emotionally healthy as well, and that's going to steer them through their life in good stead as well.
Yeah, no, she will.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, beautiful.
Thank you.
Another job well done.
I know.